Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fishing the 262. I got a small package in the mail today from a company whose products I don't use a ton, but the products from them that I do use I actually really enjoy. So I want to talk about it a little bit. The company in question here is North Carolina-based Bizz Baits. If you're not familiar with them, go to their website, check them out. This is totally not a sponsored video, you guys. You guys know by now that I'm not sponsored. I only talk about the things that I like, or if something really stands out as a product I dislike, I'm going to share that information as well. Transparency is something that I'm really high on for this channel. So let's jump into a couple things from Bizz Baits that I really like. Now, first and foremost, you guys know that I am a jig maker. I build almost all of my own jigs, but I did pick up a few of their jigs at the Chicagoland Fishing Expo just because they're beautiful jigs, to be quite honest. They've got a little bit of a unique design to the head. They're all wire tied, which is important to me. I want a thread tied or a wire tied jig. I will not use a jig that has a banded collar on it. That's just my personal preference, but wire tied, premium Gamakatsu hook in them. Interesting little design on the head there, and the skirts, they've got some really great colors in them. So hats off to Bizz Baits for making a really high quality jig for a fair price. If you're not building your own jigs, give these guys a try. I think you'll like them. Now, let's get into a couple of baits. One of these is brand new, and one is kind of a staple in my arsenal. The one that's a staple is this guy right here. This is called the Baby Biz Bug. And what I like about this is it's really slender. It's 3.25 inches long. So if I'm looking for a jig trailer on a snack size little jig, I'll typically run it on something like this guy right here. This is one that I tie. It's a 3/8 ounce Arky head. But one thing that I really like about it is if you want a little less action, you can just leave it as is, and it'll kind of give you more of a chunk type motion. And if you want a little bit more out of it, you can go ahead and separate it, and those flappers will kick nice and strong for you. So, but it's dainty. It looks really good on a smaller jig. If you're looking for a little smaller snack size profile, this is a great way to go. It does come in a full size, and I'll show you that here just so you can see the difference in profile between the two. And you guys, one thing is they have a nice garlic scent to them. So here's the full size and the same bait. This one's like 4.25 inches. Yeah, 4.25 inches. Quite a bit beefier through the midsection. Again, if you're punching, you can leave this together. It'll slide through that cover just a little bit easier. If you want a little more kick out of it, just separate those tabs and you're good to go on that. So that's a great bait from them. Another one that I'll use occasionally, I've got here on the table. Again, a little more finesse-y, is their Baby Cutter Craw. This color here is called Bourbon Blaze. It's got a red bottom and like a brownish green pumpkin top on it, but great little color there, great little bait if you're looking for a little more finesse-y approach on a finesse jig or something like that. The other bait I really want to get into is this guy right here. This is brand new. I am not a live scoping expert, you guys. I'm just intrigued by it, and I just got my first live scope unit, so I did pick up a couple of packs of the Minnow. And to pair with that, I picked up some of their jig heads, which is called the Ring Roller, and this color is Arkansas Shiner, I believe. Does it tell me on here? Tennessee Shad. I was wrong. Tennessee Shad. And the thing that's unique about this, and I'll see if I can get it to show up on camera, is you won't have to tie a loop knot. I know a lot of guys that shake a minnow or ping a minnow, however you prefer to say it, they tie a loop knot. So what Bizz Baits has done here is they have attached a tiny little ring, and it is not a split ring. It is one uniform ring, so it doesn't look like there's anything on there. Looks like it's maybe welded. I doubt I'm going to get that to show up on camera, but I'm going to do my best for you guys because I want you to see that what I'm talking about here. It looks like maybe it's welded right on the top. I don't know if that's going to show up on camera or not, but you can kind of see maybe right. Let me see if I get that to focus. Right there, you see that little gray or whitish spot on the ring. So it's not a split ring. There's nothing for the line tie to get caught up into. And if you get on their website, there's some underwater footage of the way this thing rolls in the water. I hope that's an accurate representation because it really rocks side to side. More so than a bait that's tied with a loop knot even. They've got some good underwater footage of these on their website. Like I said, I've seen it all over social media, and it should pair up perfectly with one of these guys. And again, one thing I'm really impressed about here is, you guys know me, I'm all about the packaging. Everything comes in a nice little tray. Got one out there. Ooh, stinky. But it should pair up really nicely. I'm just going to try to get that lined up so I can get it rigged up decently for you guys on camera here. It may not be perfection on the first go here, but I'm just going to try to get that nice and straight. Good amount of lead here, probably a dab of super glue. But there you can see it rigged up. Hopefully that shows up better on camera. Nice eyes on the jig head. Nice two-tone paint job there. It just really matches up nice. That's a 2-aught BKK. And this is a 1/4 ounce hook on there. So should be a great little setup for minnow shaking. And I'm looking forward to giving this a go. I don't know that I'm going to do a ton of minnow shaking, but obviously having a live scope in the boat, it's going to open up the opportunity to kind of play around with it and see what kind of roll we can get out of that in the ring roller. So again, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for the live scope, all of it, and I'm just ready to get out on the water at this point, you guys. But if you haven't checked out Bizz Baits, go ahead, check out their website. Like I said, North Carolina-based company. Good batch of dudes. The guys that work the show were all tremendous, fun to be around. So it's easy to support a company when you feel like you're dealing with good people. I ordered this, and I think I had it from North Carolina to my doorstep in about 3 days. So really quick turnaround time from those guys too, which is impressive. So again, if you're a scoper, give the minnow and the ring roller a try. See what you think. If you're looking for a dainty little approach to your jigs, this guy right here will do it for you. And again, there's the full size. They did send me a free bag of worms. I'm not even sure what it's called, but it just says transition pack on it. It was free with my order, but it looks like a good shaky head worm. Says it floats. So I'm going to give them a shot. This is a straight black, so real easy color to try to get along with for me too. I like to keep my colors really basic, so looking forward to giving those a go on the shaky head and see how they do. But that's about all I've got for you in terms of Bizz Baits tonight, you guys. Again, give them a shot. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment below. Let me know if you're already using Bizz Baits. If you've been using them, let me know what your favorite bait from them is, and maybe I'll give that one a go. But for me, this is my number one, the baby Bizz Bug, the baby cutter craw. I just really like the Finesse presentations that I can put together with those two baits in particular. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I feel like I've rambled a little bit. This might be long-winded, so I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Tight lines, everybody.